Hey everyone, today's video is on optimizing your training and nutrition based on your menstrual cycle. So, if you are new to watching my videos, my name is Laura and I am a holistic health practitioner specializing in weight loss and hormone balancing for women over 40. So, if you currently still have a menstrual cycle, I just wanted to take a little bit of time to explain how you could actually use your cycle to your benefit. So, a lot of times I'm talking about hormones and kind of all the negative things that go along with it, but there are some positive things that we can use our cycle for, and that is getting the most out of our workouts. So our cycle is for most women around 28 days. This starts to change a lot as we get a little bit more towards perimenopause and menopause. But in the beginning of our cycles, we're a little bit more regular. And during this time, we can definitely use our cycles to our advantage. So our cycles come in, I say, four different phases. So the first phase is the first couple days, and that is the days that you are actually menstruating. Some people feel fine during this time. Other people feel maybe a lot of cramps or just a lot of fatigue. And so for those first couple days, you might just want to take it easy in your training. But after about day three, we normally start to feel a lot better. And at this time, we'll start to see our estrogen levels raise. And during this time, as our estrogen levels raise, our bodies actually have the ability to lift a little bit heavier. So, this is the best time to really work on getting those PRs, work on getting those heavy lifts in and taking advantage of the extra strength that we have during this time. We also tend to be a little bit more carb tolerant during this time. So from, day three to about day 14, you want to make sure that you're giving yourself adequate amount of carbs. Your body's going to tolerate them a little bit more, and you can use those to really fuel those better workouts, hit those PRs during that time. You do want to be careful though around the later part of the follicular phase. So this first phase after day one of your ovulation is the follicular phase. As you peak to ovulation, which is around day 14, right before that peak, sometimes we become a little bit more prone to injury. So you want to make sure that you are really concentrating on, not that you shouldn't always concentrate on form, but you really want to make sure that you're concentrating on form and you're not doing any type of workouts that tend to lead more to injury during that time. So then we get to day 14 or so where we have ovulation, okay? And at this point, our estrogen levels have peaked and they decide to kind of take a little bit of a crash after that time. And so the second phase of our cycle is our luteal phase. So estrogen levels will drop and progesterone levels will start to slowly increase. Our estrogen will increase again and have just a slight little peak around day 21 to day 22. So you might feel a little bit more of that energetic time during that. And then they will drop again along with your progesterone levels starting to drop, okay? When that happens and both of your hormones start to drop about a week before your period, this is when you can start to feel a lot of those PMS symptoms. So you might start feeling more water retention, more fatigue, and might have just worse sleep patterns during this time. So at this time, it's sometimes good to adjust your workouts. Maybe stay away from those real high intensity workouts, boot camps, and things like that. Maybe not work so much on your PRs with your weight training, but just either take, a deload week or lower your weights a little bit and just maybe increase your reps. This is a really good time for steady state cardio. During this time, we kind of become a little bit less carb tolerant and our bodies start using fat more for energy burning. And so this is a good time to take advantage of steady state cardio. So steady state cardio is where you are working on getting more into the fat burning zone. To figure out your fat burning zone, it is going to be the number 220 minus your age, and then you're going to times that by about 65%. So if you're a woman like in your 40s to your 50s, your fat burning zone is probably going to be somewhere between like 110 to 120. You'll want to get into that fat burning zone and then stay there for at least 30 to 40 minutes in order to work on some good fat burning. So steady state cardio could be done in many different ways. I like to do it just by good old, getting outside and walking. Sometimes I'll do, a couple sprints in the beginning or some jumping jacks or burpees to get my heart rate up there because it can take a little bit to get to your heart rate zone. And then once I get there, I just try to stay steady in that, like 110 to 120 range throughout my whole walk. You could also do it on, a stair climber, elliptical, treadmill, or anything like that. So during this time of your luteal phase, you definitely want to make sure that you are watching your intake of sweets. Okay, we start to get a much deeper craving for sugars during this time because of the drop in our hormones. And so what we want to do to make sure we combat these is not totally go without carbs. Okay, we need the energy from our carbs, but maybe go a little bit lower than we were in our follicular phase. You want to make sure that you're eating like, at least every 4 hours to just keep those blood sugar levels steady so that you're not craving as much sugar. If you do absolutely need something, opt for something like a dark piece of chocolate, maybe, a 70% cacao or higher, and opt for just a square. Okay, stay really nice and well hydrated, and try to get the best sleep that you can during this period of time. Then once we go through this period before the week before our period will come again. About 3 days in, you should start to feel an increase to your strength again, and you can just go through that pattern all over again. Now, if you are no longer having a cycle, or your cycle is just very irregular, kind of all of this shit goes out the window and you can't really follow so much your cycle. So what do? You've kind of got to really learn to listen to your body at this point and note the days that you feel stronger and use those to your best advantage. Note the days that you are feeling weaker, because we still have fluctuations in our hormones. In fact, during perimenopause, we have much more fluctuations in our hormones. And during menopause, we still go through somewhat of a cycle. So you want to really listen to your body and be in tune with it and work out and eat accordingly to it. So hopefully this video helps you a little bit to see that there can be some benefits to having a cycle and using your hormones to your benefit. So as always, thanks for listening to my videos. For more information on weight loss, balancing your hormones, and all things women's health, feel free to reach out to me. Check out some of my additional videos on IGTV or YouTube. And as always, thank you for listening, and make sure to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next video.